thank you so much for coming in studio tonight. It's great talking to you.
Well, thank you. I am so happy to be here, and thank you for having me on to talk about my new books.
Oh, absolutely. Well, listen, you know, it's been a bad week in terms of stories with public schools. We had the high school teacher in North Carolina who told her students that you could be arrested for criticizing the president. So, you know, anytime I come across something that's going to help the next generation actually learn what their rights are and what politics is all about, I'm happy to shine a light on it.
Well, I wanted to, maybe I should shamelessly promote the next book I'm doing, Cam, which is about the Constitution. It's about a little mouse named Madison Mouse. And it's going to be all about the rights and for kids to really learn. Now, my husband does the rhyming verse, but he is going to teach the Constitution in rhyming verse. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so
make it fun.
I'm looking at two books right here from Little Patriot Press. Woodrow for President, A Tale of Voting, Campaigns, and Elections, perfectly timed for this election year.
Yep.
And then Liberty Lee's A Tale of Independence. All right, so what gave you the idea for these books, Cheryl?
I did a book about Old Town Alexandria years and years ago this is my hometown, so I did one about Alexander the Old Town Mouse. And one day I'm standing on a field hockey field watching my kid play field hockey, and a mother comes up. She said, "I know what book you're going to do next." I looked at her, I'd never seen her before, and she said, "You're going to do a book about the White House." And I, of course, got very, very intimidated. I don't know anything really about the White House. And, oh, my goodness, just the presidency. And I just got intimidated. I'd only been once when I was in 4th grade. And what happened was Nancy Miller worked for first George Bush.
Okay.
She had worked for Reagan. She said that there was nothing that presidents could give the kids as good souvenirs. All the other books that had been done for children had, you know, not been in print anymore.
Right.
So this is funny. The only thing that they gave away as souvenirs were handcuffs from the Secret Service. I mean, come on. So I went dutifully in the morning, and I had Secret Service agents take me around because there's a whole tour kind of group of Secret Service agents that know everything about the White House. That's how I got started. I did one on the White House and the job of the president and all the different departments of government and all that. Then the folks at the Capitol said, "Hey, could you do one for the Capitol?" So Peter and I, should I say this, we over a glass of wine or two one night came up with Squeaker of the House and Senate Mouse Majority Leader. And then we did one for the Supreme Court. Now that was a little tougher, talking about the Constitution and constitutional law.
Yeah.
But we did it. And that has done very, very well. We're reintroducing all those books in September with reference pages and lots of good, juicy material for teachers and parents.
Oh,
so we can
great.
do them in rhyming verse for the kids, make it simple, but also if there's more information that the parents want to teach the kids, they'll have it in the book. And that's what we did with these books. We did one about elections. We thought it was important. Now, I know most of the book, the body of the book, does talk about campaigns, political parties, about all that good stuff that they really need to know to understand election. But it's really about good citizenship, about how you would grow up to make more good choices than bad choices, how you should go to school and
Wait.
Yeah.
In your world, you actually get to grow up and make your own choices?
Yes,
Oh,
we do.
I like that.
You know, I am so naive and so, I really just still think that that is possible in America. You know, based on what the Founding Fathers started, I feel like it's really still possible.
Amen.
Don't change it. Don't make me change my thought.
Absolutely.
Okay?
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, this is great, and so you've got more books coming out in the fall.
I do. Yeah.
What are the age ranges? I mean, I've got 7-year-old twins at
Perfect.
home, and they love. I'm telling you, my daughter is a voracious reader. She's devoured these books, so I'm very glad to hear that there are new ones coming out.
Yeah, and the book on House Mouse, Senate Mouse about Congress and how laws are made is absolutely directed to 2nd graders because it's about a 2nd grade class from Missouri.
From Missouri.
And Mississippi.
What about Massachusetts?
We got Massachusetts.
Okay.
We got that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got it covered.
All right.
And so what I did, though, and the book, the Liberty Lee, about the Declaration of Independence, and it does teach the Declaration, 4 parts of the Declaration in rhyming verse, so they will get that. But it really starts way back when Liberty Lee was a little mouse and Thomas Jefferson was a young man, and it really takes kids through the whole birth of America and what happened. But then it gets into the meat and potatoes of what's in the Declaration, which no other book has covered.
Right. Now, do people ever tell you, oh, Cheryl, you're nuts. These kids aren't going to learn history. They don't want to learn history anymore. They want to learn about, Call of Duty and Mario Brothers. No?
I was at a school this morning.
Yeah.
And these kids were like little sponges. They were first graders. They were second graders. I know that once they get a hold of the Mario Brothers and whatever the thing is, Wii and all that,
right,
and iPhones, yeah, they lose interest. But if you get them early, they will continue. These kids today were amazing, and they asked so many great questions about our American history and about our presidents and about our founding fathers. I was blown away.
Really?
Right here.
Yay. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, where can folks find the books, Cheryl?
Well, you can go to our website. I think that's the best place to go right now, littlepatriotpress.com. But Amazon's got them. All the major retailers should be having them, if not now, soon. And you can get them that way. And even the adults, they'll get a giggle out of these books. They're fun to read.
Can you share a little bit?
Yeah. Let me read the page. Let me read the page about, in Liberty Lee Declaration, about the 56 patriots who signed the Declaration. 56 patriots signed right below the powerful words they decided would show that these United States would forever be one nation under God, independent and free. They pledged all they had to this cause without fear, their lives, sacred honor, and fortunes so dear. They declared they would fight and would die for this cause. Please turn the page now to read the first clause. There you go.
Love it.
There you go.
Love it. Cheryl Shaw Barnes, thank you so much for coming in the studio.
Thank you. I loved it. Have me back sometime. I'll
Come back in the
read
fall.
more. You bet.
Come back in the fall.
I will.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks.